The views or opinions expressed on this show are solely their own and do not necessarily represent the views or opinions of Zonse Live.
Welcome back to Something Radio. My name is David Page and my co-host Ty Frequency. You already know. It's been a minute, but we're back.
It's been a while.
Yeah, man.
It's been a long ass time. Let's not lie. It's been a minute, but it's very good to be back.
Yeah, definitely, man. Yeah. We've got a special guest in the house.
What up?
Man, like a man living multiple lives,
multiple dreams.
Multiple dreams.
Multiple dreams.
Facts. A man with different personalities, multiple personalities.
Depending on what he's wearing.
Yeah, depending on what he's wearing. His name is Miko, aka Mikurami Yakoshima. Okay, what's your other alias?
Nah, I'll let y'all decide that.
But welcome to the show, man.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, man. I think we've been talking about having you for a minute. Miko is the one who's always in the audience.
Always making comments.
Yeah, he's the one who's always making comments. So like we thought it was only right, to bring this man, so that people can put a face to the voice.
Yeah, also he's been hiding behind the cameras for
too long. Yeah, for too long.
Yeah, I feel like I've been part of the show, like, being there from the very jump when you guys were recording in the garage somewhere. I don't know if that episode ever dropped. But yeah, I'm a big fan of the show. You guys know I like talking about it. Coming from a podcast background myself, seeing somebody else, pick it up and turn it into something that's like great, and other people are doing the same thing and looking up to you guys.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So
cheers. Thanks for that.
Thank you for having me on here, and welcome to my show.
Yeah, man. But also shout out to you representing Zaluso Arts for always giving us a space.
Yeah.
To actually do this podcast thing, as well as leading the art scene from the front, especially in visual arts.
Yeah. Seeing what comes out of this always makes me proud. Like, every time I watch it, I'm like, yo, this is whatever. I think I've told you guys that, there was a time I traveled quite a bit, and even like now, with stuff opening up, I always talk about you guys, and always talk about, the products that come out of this house. And, one person can be like, yo, this is our thing, but I think I look at you guys as partners, and, as partners, we can do so much. And any opportunity that I have to like push the arts forward, to push you guys forward, and you guys are my brothers. We've been in this, like, I've been behind the scenes for a lot more things than just this.
Yeah.
And every time I'm watching you guys from a distance, you guys, I'm a huge fan.
That's dope. That's nice to hear. So that's very nice to hear.
I'm steady supporting. Like, Zaluso Arts is steady supporting this from now until the end. Yeah.
Yeah. As you can see, he's a man of great wisdom, and
for now. Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's very, very nice to be back. In case you're wondering why we have been quiet for a minute, life.
That's it.
But there's been a lot of things that have been going on around us, and we have been doing radio for the past few weeks,
few months,
for the past a few months now, on Story Club Radio, which has been a very, very good platform to still be out there while we're not here. Facts. Yeah, man. And so there's a lot of things that have been happening, and we've been talking about a lot of things on radio. The most recent thing that happened, I'm sorry that it has to be a very sad start. Okay, it was a happy start because we woke up already. Yeah. But there was a video going around few days ago, 2 days ago to be precise, a BBC report on a Chinese man who was taking videos of young kids in Lilongwe and selling them on the internet. Apparently this man made quite over 77 million kwacha from selling these videos, and he was paying these kids peanuts. And
were they even getting paid?
Apparently they were getting paid. Yeah, but it was like less than $50 or something, or like $50.
Were they getting paid or were they being bribed?
That's the question. That's the question. But it's not even, I don't even think at this point it's a question. I think we all know what it was. It was basically exploitation and taking advantage of young kids and making money from that. Like what are your thoughts? Did you guys hear about it, and what was the first thought that came into your head when you saw the video?
Should I go first?
Yeah.
I think my reaction was like, to be honest, I was sort of like mad at the reporter, the Malawian reporter, because I'm like, in that moment, if we were gonna involve authorities and police, they should have been there the first time, right? And it just made me so angry, like I was even thinking like, if it was me, because this guy's caught on camera, like I saw the videos of like the ones that were taping him when they were having the interviews beforehand, before they actually went with the BBC reporter.
When he went to investigate. When the Malawian reporter went to investigate.
With the hidden camera.
Yeah.
And he's talking about, he said so much negative stuff about Malawians and how trash Malawians should be treated, and how much trash Malawians take as well, you know what I mean? And this, for me, this situation has just been another example of like how some dumb shit like this will happen, and then I'm like, it's been 2 days now, and I'm like, I don't know what's going on now. It's just become like Facebook stories now. It's like it's like the aGidde thing, you know what I mean? It's like Malawians are just looking for something to talk about, and now it's like there's gonna be another issue, another something else. Someone is gonna some other dumb shit, and that's what we're gonna be focused on, and we're gonna forget about this whole situation. But I would have loved to see hasty action from authorities, because these people come into our country. There's that Satar situation going on. This is like people taking advantage of Malawians because we're sort of laid back and like very much calm about situations.
I saw a tweet the other day by one of the brethren, and he said something along the lines of like, yo, I mean, Malawians experience racism all the time, like, but there's just so much going on right now that we put in the backseat, and I think we do that for a lot of things, to the point that we almost do that for everything. You know, like right now, Malawi is a hectic place to be at.
Facts.
But I was even thinking about Forex yesterday. Like 6 weeks ago, Forex was such a huge issue. I experienced that personally when I'm stranded somewhere because I can't access Forex. But now it's like, devaluation. It's one of those things. Devaluation.
Keep it moving.
You keep it moving. Racism, and like racism been happening. If you remember, like during the late Bingo's time, there was that situation where that man was mauled down by a dog, and like country was furious, there was a whole thing, and then how many times have we, just earlier today we're having a conversation in the car about racism. I grew up with like so much racism around me, but because we had bigger problems to deal with, it was never addressed as racism. It was just something that don't worry about these people or that people, and because we have so much love for foreigners, I don't want to make it a foreign thing or whatever. It's because this is a human rights thing. But we have so much love for other people.
Other than fellow Malawians.
Other than fellow Malawians, that we let Malawians go through the mud. Because the Satar thing is ridiculous.
It is.
Like,
terrible.
This guy runs this country pretty much, Like, I've been personally affected. You and I have been personally affected by this guy's situation without even knowing it until later. It's like, so 2 and 2 put together. This is how this affects you, and then that's when I'm mad. It's embarrassing on my part because I should care from the jump. About this and all other issues, and the kids' situation it's appalling because these kids they're ignorant. For them, you can even explain to them what's happening, why it's a problem. I don't understand because it's just normal, But other people are catching on, which is a good thing, Now, if you try filming people, they ask questions. There was a time where you could just like literally walk up to someone with a camera, don't ask questions. But at least now people are asking questions because things like this are happening. But we shouldn't take some racist videos and 70 million kwacha later to be like, yo, this is a shitty situation, So that's my thought about it. I'm mad.
How do we go about this? As a country, how do we go about this? What's the best way to go about this?
About this specific situation?
Yeah, about this specific situation. I mean, obviously, like racism in general, Americans are failing to fight racism.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be twice as hard for Africans to fight it, because obviously we receive all this aid, yada yada, all this stuff, right? But like, what do we do as a country right now? If you were the president of Malawi, what would you do right now?
Deport the guy, for starters.
Yeah, that's what they did in Rwanda. They deported 6 people this morning.
No,
this morning.
Yeah.
That's legit, because I saw another story and it wasn't legit.
Anyway, whether it's legit or not, but that's what we need.
But there was
do.
action at least, because we've been hearing stories about Paul Kagame, pressing and all that
like
stuff.
in America, you try to say something, you step on the American flag, and it's like, yo, it's a problem.
Yeah.
But here you say some funny thing, we heard so much shit growing up where you going to school, foreigners will say something and just laugh, or people go outside to come back, Malawi is this, Malawi is shit. Yeah, there's certain things that are not going great. We don't have a cinema, we don't have we don't have that, but this is our place. It's our responsibility to make it better. Give us the grace and time to get to where you guys are at, but don't use that as an opportunity to step on my people, because at the end of the day, whether you like it or not, this is your home. They'll fly your body back here and you bury it here in the soil,
Yeah, man. So what are you doing? What are you if you're the man who's in charge of just trying to sort this problem out? What are you doing?
Maula.
You're sending him to a prison in Malawi.
Yeah.
All right.
Because you send them back there, they'll be like, hey, sorry, bro. Slap on the wrist to go back to Guangzhou and it's like you say orange chicken by the weekend.
Facts.
But
facts.
Give them the same
treatment they would.
Exactly.
Dude, what pissed me off is how they treated black people in China.
Yeah, man.
During the pandemic.
During the pandemic.
Not just during the pandemic,
but in general.
I mean, there was a lot of stories that came out then.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I saw a lot of comments of people living in China and their experiences with racism and how it's so normal there. Like, people were literally posting videos of them being filmed by Chinese people, and they were coming to touch their hair and all that stuff. So
wild.
It's deeply rooted in the tradition as well. But yeah, man, it was just very, very sad to see, and hopefully this gets sorted out.
But I think another question. Yes, you've asked before we move on. I'm sorry. You've asked what we would do, right?
Yeah.
If we were in the position of power, what would you do first of all, and what can we do right now with the power that we have?
Well, I'm very happy that people are opening up platforms for conversation, like the space that was happening yesterday. Fine, but just the fact that people are having these conversations where they're asking each other questions and trying to figure out how to go about it. For me, I feel like that's a good start. Because back in the day, all these things, a lot of things have been happening over time, and things weren't discussed. But now that there's things at our disposal, like social media and all these things, I feel like, for starters, that's a very good place to begin. So man, for now, I feel like that's what we can do. Try to lobby for change, I guess. Yeah, man.
Definitely.
It's a tough one.
It's a tough one still.
It's a sticky one.
Yeah, it's a tough one still. Anyway, moving on.
Glad.
Yeah, man. Another sad story. Another sad one. Not so sad, but it made me proud a little bit. But I was also a little bit sad. Me and this guy yesterday, we heard a story about aGidde Jalamanda and how he wrote a song called Buffalo Soldier. I don't know if you've heard it. I was telling you in the morning, but I don't think I played you the song. But it's a very famous aGidde Jalamanda song. Go ask your mom, she's going to tell you. But he dropped his song Buffalo Soldier in 1973, and a couple of years later, Bob Marley also dropped his song
Buffalo Soldier,
which was a huge hit.
Quite similar,
and they are extremely similar.
Yeah, and at first when I heard both songs, I guess at some point I just thought, aGidde, he was trying to cover or do his own version of the Marley song. Yeah. But it turns out aGidde's put out his in the 70s.
Yeah, he wrote the song. He what's the word? He composed the song.
His song, yes, of course.
It's his song,
it's his song.
And it's okay to be inspired. I'm sure that's what happened. But I feel like, we just need to celebrate our talents more.
Yeah.
While they're alive, especially with man like him. I see a lot of people giving him his flowers these days, so that sort of makes me happy. I also don't know how I feel about all the TikTok videos they're making him do. I'm not sure about that, but
he's racking up.
He's making money. He's making money, but like some of the stuff, I'm like, yo, I get it.
But that man loves to have fun.
I know. That man's a rock star.
For a 90-year-old,
that man's a rock star.
For a 90-year-old man, that
man's a rock star.
That man will steal your wife.
What I'd love to see is like more stories of like where we're coming from as an industry from him. So that sort of conversation, getting him to like tell the stories, because the videos are fun, but they go and he makes the money and he's 90. It's what is he gonna do with it? I know he's getting he's getting his still, but
generational wealth.
Yeah, but like we don't really have like on record our industry where it's coming from. There's people like Brighton Carter that we will never get the chance to like hear their stories and their experiences, and some of the great talent, the music that they Ben Michael's around though.
Yeah, he's still around.
But like people like that, we need to celebrate them and like make sure that we talk to them while they're here so that they can give us the gems,
But do you think, like, I just came into my head right now that as a people we struggle in celebrating ourselves, before other people celebrate us, but like myself be like, yo, I put out this tune, it's a mad one, and like, we have this thing, even Larado's cousins got that talk about money. It's all the same. Could he like too much as a people, right? So somebody's put out something that's dope, and it's like, I heard you got a song on Andy again, and like
downplay.
We downplay so much.
We downplay ourselves. We downplay each other.
Exactly. So if I'm downplaying myself, why should you celebrate me? And I think maybe it should start there, where like you see how like musicians out there, they have one hit song, a single, whatever, and they're going to every single radio station.
Yep.
They're going to talk shows. They're coming to Sunday radio. They're out there trying to tell you that you guys look at me. Look at
what I'm doing.
And with that, somebody's bound to notice. Somebody's bound to take a photograph, to write something, and because we've got this talent, in this room we've got so much great talent. Like right now, that's documenting so much of this experience without us being like, yo guys, I said, we're doing something right now, taking whatever, but because we're putting ourselves out there. So I think like this goes out to like creators and anybody who's doing anything that's like worthwhile, put yourself out there, if you don't know how, find out somebody, and this, you've got a fan, talk to that fan, that fan's gonna help you reach where you need to reach, and then that's when people can then celebrate whatever we need to celebrate,
but there's this thing as well, it's a culture thing, I guess, like people, there's this fake humility that people about Malawians that we have, you know what I mean? And when someone is like, no, don't put my name in a small font on that poster, we're like, you're crazy, you know what I mean? You're crazy, you're wildin', relax, you're not that big. You know what I mean? So, but it's that sort of like arrogance that we see everywhere else that rappers have. You know what I mean? But when Namadingo, walks in, like knowing who he is, people are like, "Oh, I'm as a feel." You know what I mean? So there's people that are actually, very aware of themselves. And and most of them, like, I see that it doesn't really change who they are. You know what I mean? Like you can't dim that light. You know what I mean? But like as a people as well, yes, it starts with whoever the creator is of the content. But as a people as well, we need to celebrate each other more and like allow each other to be great. You know?
Do you think as Malawians we don't really know who we are?
I think it's the thing to do with patriotism. We're not a very patriotic people.
But maybe we're not patriotic because we don't know who we are.
I think that's probably it.
We don't know who we are.
Food for thought. Thought.
Not entirely. There's certain things that we do, certain things that we say, certain phrases that are so Malawian but they're not Malawian. I guess the rest of the world is not like, it's also like that, where there's so much forward culture. But for us, like.
But like how you can pinpoint certain specific things about certain.
Like, what's the
people.
most Malawian thing that you know?
food warmer, display cabinet.
Oh my
And,
days, I saw that coming.
what's the third one? There's one.
That praying hand in every house.
Yes, that little portrait.
And the dogs.
Yeah. On top
Yes,
of the display
yes.
cabinet.
And
yeah.
also the Moyo. There's this painting of the crocodile on the water and the lion.
So I think that's the one. Like there's a man who's cutting a tree, and now a lion shows up, and he's trying to run from the lion. He gets into the tree that he was chopping.
Oh,
and then there's a croc in the water. Yeah. So it's like Infasi Tawiga. I think that's what it is.
You can run away from
You
it.
can't run away from death.
That's
when it's
yeah,
your time,
man.
it's your time.
But
When it's your time.
That's kind of dark. But
It's
it was in
a
every
very
household,
dark-
bro.
It was a very dark painting. It was a very dark painting.
Who did that painting?
I wonder. These are things that I feel like we should, because of
Crazy.
Yeah.
But I think to also what it got me thinking when you said maybe we don't really know who we are, and I think it just goes back to what I was saying earlier about recording and like documenting stuff.
Yeah.
Today I just found out a Malawian who lives in the UK wrote a book about the history of Malawian football from the times of like Nyasaland, and before it was NAF then, Nyasaland Association of Football, I guess. And then there was, for the natives, it was NAFA or something for the locals. So, but they were different, and then the transition to FAM and that kind of thing. So he says he's gonna put it out in 3 phases. So he's only put out the first one. So I'm like, stuff like that. We need something like that about music. We need something like that about visual arts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think,
interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting stuff. Yeah. Moving on.
Shall we?
We went to watch a Malawi game. You went to watch that game as well, yeah?
Yeah.
We have to met at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went to watch the Malawi game the other day, and a few days later we went to watch the Ethiopia and Egypt game at Bingu Stadium, and I must say the experience was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Great experience.
Yeah.
It was very, very nice being in there,
Definitely.
especially like consecutively for
I had serious
like a week.
FOMO.
Yeah. Oh man, it was too much. It was too much.
It was just
Enjoyed it.
interesting to see how many people love football in Malawi.
Exactly.
Like, people came out in numbers. Even the night game. It was the first time I think Malawi ever hosted like a game at night.
Game,
and just seeing kids, families, women, men, and like it's like everyone was on the same wave. Like we all went out to support Ethiopia, and everybody was like, the Rastas walking around with the Rasta flag. You know what I mean? Like, it was mad.
It was
mad.
It was
And
nice.
the best part about the experience for me was the game that we watched.
The game itself.
The
quality of football.
The quality of football that these guys were playing, which is like what I miss about what I wish we had in our own national team. Because we're gonna play those guys again, and
they might do stuff to us.
They will do stuff to us.
Yeah. Anyway, so yesterday, the head of Mibawa TV station was doing a press run or whatever, just updating people on, because they covered the 2 games. For CAF.
DSTV.
CAF, who have the broadcasting rights, whatever. They gave them broadcasting rights.
Okay.
And they made like 40 mil out of the 2 games.
That's dope.
Yeah, man. They got $20,000 for the first game and $20,000 for the second game. So
that's solid.
Yeah, man. I thought it was a good move giving a Malawian.
That
was also a first one. That was also the first one.
It requires us having the capacity to do the work.
Exactly.
They don't have to travel.
Exactly. And he was talking about getting extra equipment, which is gonna cost like 500 million.
But as like somebody who's not like
upgrade.
I watch football for the production value. Like I enjoy watching I'm not a big sports fan, right? But when I'm watching like the Prem and whatever, and you see these camera angles, you're seeing the way the emotion is captured, people in the stands and all of that, and I'm like, this is where we have to get to. And I think if people can really push that, get that equipment, guys, support from the government to guys, let's localize this, make this whatever, because we can get some more money from that for 20,000 to 40,000, whatever. It's light money, you know what I'm saying? But if we up our production level and people really see this, there's really some money in this, then because that's money coming from outside. That's that forex that's missing, coming in. We
definitely
get forex from
Definitely.
Yeah.
I also loved how the game itself generated money for fam.
Exactly.
The Malawi game,
Yeah.
they made close to 70 million, 70 million.
Yeah, I mean the numbers were a little funny, you know,
But-
because from the first game they said they made like 73 million, and from the second game they made like 74 million. Yeah, the math wasn't mathing, but someone like pointed something out on Twitter. They were like, maybe because the second game was a little more expensive.
Yeah.
And yeah.
I'm sure they understand, how they did their things.
Are you sure?
I'm not sure, but I think somebody there, backed it up and said, this is what we're telling the press. If anybody asks, there's somebody there who has all the answers.
Because it's an actual like Malawian football thing where like get funds always like go missing and like every game.
But it's not just football
like
game. I think
years.
it's everything still.
Yeah, but like this is like for the development of football, and I feel like they're being a little bit reckless with funds like that, especially when they're trying to build something. So yeah,
but there was that situation that happened. The last group of people that was caught with stealing get money.
funds, yeah.
They've been sentenced last week.
So how many years?
No, but fined, not sentenced.
Fined.
Yeah.
Fined.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. So
Shout
it's
out.
progress.
I guess.
It's progress.
I guess. Crazy. When you're talking about cameras just now, just reminded me about Vini Visuals going to America for training at Tyler Perry Studios. I think that's really dope.
That's really dope.
Super dope.
Yeah.
That's super dope. Tana is also in America.
Yeah. Washington fellow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yali.
Yeah.
That's dope. It reminds me of William Last coming to Malawi.
How does that? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Same difference.
Yeah, comedian. Comedian.
Funny. Yeah, someone.
Who's William Last?
You know that guy,
You know that
that
boy.
Motswana.
That light skinned
Botswana guy with the
Oh,
freckles.
the guy.
Yeah. Yes. So yeah, but people are complaining as well. They're like, "Was he gonna come to him?" But
I let him come and we'll see.
exactly.
I
think so
too, man.
guys.
Yeah, man.
So too, man.
Curiosity, like I saw people. Somebody tweet, I have 15K for now that I know is that 15K for what, and I'm like, dude, like you spend 15K on dumber shit all the time, like just. Excite your curiosity a little bit. Go there, get disappointed.
Yeah.
Malawi
Go
was, like,
there,
getting disappointed, especially
have
if they spend money.
fun. Go there, like make jokes about him not being funny, if anything,
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
like, be open to an experience,
True.
Yeah.
True.
Guys.
True.
We always complain about not having enough entertainment. Entertainment has come now. I don't entertainment. Send it back. I'm super.
Yo, man, it's crazy. This reminds me of the hand that was supposed to come last week.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Zodwa.
Man.
Yeah, like, what was that?
Yo.
I think we have bigger things to worry about.
Yeah, like you
Right?
said. Like you
We
said.
have like bigger things to worry about, and I think
but of course,
it shouldn't be a stress like that. I feel like people were pressed, bro. Like the amount of people that were pressed over this issue.
People that weren't even gonna go to the show.
Yeah, man.
I said
For
this
real.
whole culture with God-fearing nation thing, we don't only use it when there's certain things at play, But otherwise, like, there's worse things or
People are
there's-
doing worse things, eh?
Hey, dog. Like every week I'm hearing some crazy stories about like some man's and this and that, and you're like, yo, I say, do people know what you're up to, bro? Like, and those are the same people that I know. Don't let them come. Maybe because I go, man, I'll be like, I say, weren't you at that thing that we did that, Because they're up to the same thing. I think, I don't know, man, because nah, man.
Crazy.
Anyway, she's saying she's recently received a spiritual calling.
Who?
Zodwa, yeah.
What sort
So
of spirit?
she's stopped performing.
No, she's going to, what do you call it? Sangoma. She's becoming a Sangoma. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wild shit.
Wild
shit.
stuff.
That's that Pete Power.
Anyway, you heard the story about Burna Boy. His security shooting up, shooting some
Mandels.
guy.
Yeah.
in the club.
Someone put out a whole thread on Twitter, basically just telling us his experience.
He was in the club.
He was the guy who got shot was his friend.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was his homie, and he was just explaining how like they were treated like trash. Yeah.
So the Brenner was really trying to take this man's wife.
Basically, he didn't get into the details of the fight, but he said it was an argument about a woman. Okay. So I think if it's an argument about a woman, then I guess we all know what was happening there. So yeah, security showed up this guy in the leg or something, and yeah, it's just very, very unfortunate that people of power have to do stuff like that. Yeah. But also, there's always a backstory, you know.
There's always a backstory.
I'm that guy who's always like, what did you do? You know?
And especially in this
victim
climate,
blame,
bro.
Victim blaming.
No, I'm not. I don't victim blame. I'm just. You know.
Oh, are you questioning the woman?
No. I'm questioning the situation that happened. I'm questioning the situation.
You know what? Like, here's my thought, right? I love women, right?
We know.
Shout out to my woman. But I don't think, any other human being, woman or man, depending how you swing, is not worth getting shot in the leg for, bro.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
That's the mother of your kids.
Because you know the thing is, in that situation, yeah, they shoot you in the leg. You're in the ambulance, you're going home. Who's gonna take care of your girl who's crying? The same man that shot you in the leg.
How are you going to the hospital and your girl isn't there?
Huh?
How are you going to the hospital and your girl isn't there?
Dog, like she's in shock, bro. Yo, I won't get into details, but I've been in a situation where somebody's been shot. Yeah, I should be in that ambulance, but I'm like panicking. Oh damn. Yo, where have you gone? And now, you fall. I said, crazy things are happening, sorry about shooting your mans in the leg. How you doing now? Those are opportunities, dog. People will steal your girl. Anyway, man. Just
wasn't worth getting shot over.
I say, dog, money, bro. Worth getting shot of Jesus.
Jesus?
Yeah, yo, dog. Like, I'm in church and man's like, yo, gotta leave the church or you get shot. Hey, Jesus, take the risk.
What do you mean?
And in America, it's what's happening, bro. People.
No, but if you say good, someone has come and has warned you, there's somebody walking in with a
gun. They're like, I didn't. Okay, like in
AR-15 to be specific.
Okay, in Kenya there was this a couple years ago. I think it was 2013, 2014, at a place called Eastgate Mall, Westgate. Westgate Mall.
Those Boko Haram shooting.
Yeah, Al-Shabaab. Yeah, Al-Shabaab came through and they're like, yo, you gotta say one of the prayers.
Yeah.
Right. And if you couldn't say the prayers, man, in that situation, brap me, straight up,
Yeah,
I feel like that's something that's worth.
What if he knew a prayer?
Hey, dog, hey, when you get to heaven, you're gonna have to explain to Jesus, bro.
Anyway, moving on to music news, because that is what we love.
Yeah.
Kim of Diamonds had a listening session last week. Yeah. Oh man, I just forgot that this is the biggest Kim of Diamonds fan.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan. Shout out Kim of Diamonds.
Yeah. But she had a listening session last week. I think she's dropping a project.
She did. Yeah. Bomb.
Yeah.
Bomb.
Actually, like a couple of people were like, I was asking people what they're listening to, and someone actually said that. Someone said Bomb. Yeah. IJ the DJ. Shout out IJ the DJ.
Yeah. Kim steady works hard on the music.
Yeah.
It's somebody that I know that is constantly I'm sorry, Kim, I love you, but I muted you because she's steady posting. She's writing sessions. She bought gear to be able to do.
So why'd you mute her? Sorry,
I don't like people spam. So if
where did you mute Bucci?
I did,
but everybody muted that match, bro.
No, but that I did. No, it was the broadcast though. It was a broadcast.
So,
but say WhatsApp group.
Yeah, but you know what? I've gotten to a point where I actually appreciate people's effort to put in their music.
Yeah, definitely.
You gotta put your music out there. It was just
even if people mute you,
Yeah, but no. For me, it was just annoying because I was getting the broadcast early in the morning, when I wake up. No, not like that.
It's a daily devotion, bro.
No, I was getting the broadcast early in the morning, and Yeah, man. Like it just got a little annoying because like it was usually like stuff that I've already seen.
Yeah.
You know. So I wish there was just I mean, why are we even talking about this on camera, bro?
Yeah,
Big shout out, Booty. That's my boy. Come
Yeah,
on.
man. Solo.
Yeah,
Solo.
but Kim, back
Yeah.
to Kim. Kim steady working hard. So whenever she puts something out, I'm like, yo, support, and I hope she wins.
Yeah, man.
Whatever she's doing, like I wish her well. And shout out to this new song. I'm sure it's bomb. I haven't heard it yet.
It's a project.
It's bomb.
Yeah. No, the song is bomb, right?
No, I think the title of the project is Bomb.
The project hasn't dropped.
It's the single is bomb.
The single's bomb.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's bomb.
So the listening session was for the whole album.
Yeah, it was for
project.
the project. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Big shout out to I was here. We weren't there, but my boy George and Hasha, who's also like in the studio, was there, and they were telling me about this girl who also performed there. Her name is Eustace.
Okay.
Eustace, right?
Yeah, Eustace.
Yeah. Apparently she's really, really good.
Okay.
She's got a song with Mate, rest in peace, Mate, and episodes. It's not out, right?
I'm not sure.
I don't think it's out yet, but yeah, big shout out to her as well. That's
yeah, we need more like female artists.
exactly
Yeah, on the
put
scene.
out there.
exactly.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, man.
Issue, man. Like Prince almost got in trouble for saying something like that. But anyway.
He did.
Yeah.
He did.
Anyway, he called me. He's like, I
The guy's gonna be drunk.
Oh yeah, man. Shout out to Eli for dropping a banger as well. I mean, it's kind of old
Yeah,
now,
man.
but like it's a big tune.
It's a big tune,
It's a
dog.
big ass
Yeah.
tune.
When we went
Yeah.
shoe shopping, like the whole this morning, the whole street was
was just playing
Yeah,
that. Like
yeah.
everyone's playing that.
Yeah, it's a big tune.
almost heard it.
Big shout out to Patience as well. Unfortunately, because you because they dropped around the same time. His song is also dope.
Okay.
Have you seen the song? Have you watched the video?
Why did you say unfortunately they dropped?
No, because because you know how he said when he drops his tune,
I know.
it's over.
Yeah, and
It's
then this
over.
guy comes and says,
Hey.
"Mungu sana ndiwase peshe." See.
I know that's not even a thing, man.
No, I know,
Don't make people-
but it's right there. I know we're all thinking it. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
I'm just
but-
saying. But hey, shout out to both.
Yeah, shout out to both of them. He dropped a banger as well. People are not talking about it enough, but it's a big song, and the video is clean, man.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
The Patience is doing like numbers on the videos. So
Oh,
yeah,
you
man.
saw Eli did 50,000 the first day, bro.
Yeah, man. And
Which is
I think we need to
crazy.
stop like comparing artists and like just celebrate them. You know what I mean? But it happens all the time. It's like, hey, am I just signing in that? Am I signing that? You know what I mean?
No, but it's necessary. It's necessary. It keeps people on their toes.
Yeah.
Especially in an industry like this where like I think sometimes the lack of competition makes people a little complacent. You
True.
know, if we compare them a little bit, they'll be like, hey, yo, I gotta drop this, I gotta drop
Yeah.
that. When TJ and I were talking about taking far, but Tory Lanez, you're celebrating his 10th mixtape the other week or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Because they got pressure. I gotta drop,
Gotta
and
drop
he's a big man, you know. Gucci dropped 17 mixtapes in prison. Was already a big artist, you get me? But because it's pressure, it's like, oh, I'm gone for 2 years.
Yeah,
I gotta show
put
this.
stuff
I
out.
gotta
They gotta put in
Yeah.
order and gotta
Nice.
release it.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Suffix has an album launch.
Is it an album?
Is it an album launch or is it just
I think
a
it's
show?
It's a show.
I think it's a show.
It's a show.
It's a project. So basically,
It's called Silver Stadium.
Yeah.
That's the name of the.
No,
No,
it's at
it's
Silver
at-
Stadium.
at-
Okay, I thought that was the artwork for the
Yeah.
album. I'm just saying.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. But it's on 9th of October.
Yeah, definitely.
At Silver Stadium. I think that's gonna be a big one.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Very excited about that.
Yeah, man.
Very, very excited about that.
It's actually wonderful to see like when these guys are putting out shows.
Stadium
that, like,
status,
Yeah,
man.
man.
Yeah.
Except
Yeah.
of course for
Who?
Speak, bro.
I'm just saying the other guy who his show didn't get a lot of attendance. I'm just saying the timing maybe was a bit off.
But that was
like when
stadium, man.
No, that was Robbins Park though.
but like the last few people that have done shows they sold out.
Yeah, but the timing was the timing was
Yeah,
good,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
The timing was
I'm
because
just
what show
saying.
was it? That was AKA.
AKA.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
That was AKA.
But anyway,
I think that's cap, but that's a story for another day.
What do you think is capped?
I honestly speaking, yeah, there's certain, we had this chat the other day about like certain artists, they're great, right? But I can't take a window again. AK or not, I don't think that showed up.
No, but like look at it this way. He wasn't the only person performing there. You also gotta look at that because
I get
the
it.
lineup wasn't bad at all. It was actually
but the
a
thing
really
is-
good lineup.
Yeah.
Okay, but
was
the
a
thing
solid
is,
lineup.
when you need lineup, I get it, but I don't know how to like express myself without, But I think a show like that, scale down the shows. Big shows are nice, yeah. But when you're a staple in the game, when you've established your legendary status, don't do a big show, And
Why?
Because you put in a box of where there's pressure, there's money, there's something really gonna talk about it, there's all of that. But you do a nice premium intimate show, 100 people, 200 people.
But you can't do that all the time.
I think you can after you reach a certain level. You can charge 50 grand per ticket and you have your core fans.
Don't you think it's a progression thing though, where like in terms of growth?
But he's not in his prime. Those
Like-
that's those
Okay,
like
fair
the,
enough.
the people who
Fair
did
enough.
that who've
Fair
done
enough.
the show recently. Eli
Fair
Juju,
enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Ajanagada.
Ajanagada. These
Yeah,
are
they're
people
prime.
that are like relevant.
prime,
When was the
yeah.
last time you listened to that man's tune? Like on your ace, just
The beef.
Exactly.
But it wasn't on my ace as well. So anyway, one of my favorite rappers out right now also dropped a song, big tune, BJ. Shout out to
BJ.
BJ.
Shout out
Making
BJ.
big waves.
Yeah.
Yeah, I say.
One of the best rappers out of
Out
Malawi
right now.
Big
Yeah.
facts. Big facts. Up there.
Yeah.
Up there. Big shout out to BJ.
Can't wait for the project.
Yeah.
Definitely looking forward to that.
Now he just dropped a video today
Yeah.
for chairman.
Today.
Yeah. Looking very nice.
Yeah, put on
With
work
the-
for
Yet to
that.
see it.
Yeah.
Yet to see it.
Yeah. He put out the track I think last week.
Yeah.
But he put out the visuals officially today.
Yeah.
Just a couple.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Zomba as well, man.
Shout out to
Yeah,
Zomba, dog.
doing
Dog, big
big
shout out
things,
to
man.
Swisher, dog.
Yeah,
Big
man. Shout out to
Tribe
Swisher.
Hub,
Tribe
bro.
Hub.
Yeah, man.
Bouncy.
Ninja Jelwanga is such a big tune.
No, dog.
Yeah, dog,
That
that's-
tune is
Such a big
Hey,
song.
Dog,
he
we're not-
dug down into his soul, pick that song up.
no, that
throw
song
it at us,
is
man. Hey, yo.
is dope.
Yeah.
It's dope. One of the best songs out of Malawi.
Yeah.
This year.
That man can write.
Yeah.
And he he lives up there in the mountains. If you're ever in Zomba, go check out the Tribe Hub.
Yeah.
You can get accommodation, chill out there. But like in that space, like so much beauty comes out of that.
Nice.
That group of people. And shout out to Swish and everybody.
I know why a lot of beauty came out when you were out there.
Hey.
Yeah, man. These guys
yeah.
also have a festival called
Ghetto Youth
Ghetto Youth
Festival,
Festival,
6th
yeah.
July.
6th July.
Yeah, same day
Which
as
is
the
really
Fulu
dope.
Festival as well,
Yeah.
happening here.
Yeah.
And there's a Fulu Festival happening this Friday as
Fulu
well.
Friday.
A Fulu Friday happening
Yeah.
this Friday.
A flood.
At Flood Church.
yeah.
Baraka, Miriam Kosi, Luki.
Praise.
No,
Praise is on the...
no, he's not. He was on the first one. He was in the
yeah?
on the first
So-
Fulu Friday.
Didn't I say post to Sam?
No, that poster was for Fulu Festival.
Oh, that was for
Oh,
Fulu
Kel-
Festival.
Kelvin sings.
And Kelvin sings.
Okay. Yeah,
Kelvin
and Kelvin sings.
Okay.
Big shout out to the Mandems.
Navu.
Make sure you check out that show Friday at Flood Church, 4:30 p.m.
Yeah.
Free of charge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gilles dropped a music video the other day for African Bougie. Gilles is doing great stuff in SA.
Yeah, making moves.
Making some serious moves.
Yeah.
Doing production for gang niggas in
Yeah.
SA. Did production for Casper on his last album. Big shout out to mans like Gilles.
Yeah.
Who else is dropping? Do you know anyone else is dropping? I know Swisher is dropping as well. Orlando with DJ Smindlos.
Yeah.
AB Malinga on the guitars and Lamek Kimo on the production, the mixing and mastering. That's big shout out to Kimo as well, a brilliant engineer.
Yeah.
Brilliant
Big
engineer.
Phil's dropping as well, yeah?
Yeah, Big Phil is dropping as well,
Yeah.
20th June.
Shout out. That's
Featuring
that's
Quest.
Yeah.
Featuring Quest. I see the bin kicking it. And I hope there's a lot of magic that's created there.
Quest brought Big Phil out at the
Yeah.
Zomba City Festival.
That's dope.
Yeah, and
That's
they did,
dope.
they performed the song that they're dropping here, and the chemistry is just something, you can tell that
It's organic.
it's organic.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Medc is dropping a diss song today to his former management.
Yeah.
And yeah, looking forward to hearing that.
I don't know if I want to hear it.
I'm
to be honest, for me, it's like I look at him and like I'm like, this guy, that's a lot of potential, is still very young, and he's allowed to make mistakes, I guess. But
you think he's making too many mistakes?
No, I'm just saying. You can't burn too many bridges, like, especially with people that actually brought you on.
True.
How they did with Patience, and then the FDH deal as well fell off, and now this. And this guy actually did a lot for him. Those collaborations with producers all the way from Nigeria and those features from Nigeria, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe I can understand why an artist would get frustrated because it didn't really elevate him or his brand the way I would have expected, having those sort of features and production credits on your record. But I'm just hoping that he
but it's like fighting with your spouse or your friend. I personally, I don't believe in if you and I are brethren, if you tweet something at me, whatever, I'll ignore it and I'll give you a phone call. Right, and I think this is one of those situations that's dude, drive to wherever this person lives, meet them. If they're not giving you the audience, then minimize it. I think there's somebody said not too long ago that the energy you put out is what you get. You know? So if all you're putting out is just these my vibes, you're gonna get the same vibes. It's cool, whatever, being a rebel, what. But I say, if these people them personally, unless they air you out publicly, even if they air you out publicly, deal with that thing privately. You never know who else is watching, and it'll be sad to be blacklisted for more deals just because you're being young and dumb. But at the end of the day, also shout out to him on one end for sticking up for himself. That's very important. A lot of people are getting screwed over management deals. So if you feel you're being abused by your manager, call 1-800 drop a diss song.
Man. Nico, as a party goer, you're like a serious party head, man.
Hey, I'm not a serious party head.
If there's anyone
but
that
my presence at parties is well appreciated.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Oh wow. Who's throwing the best parties in town?
The people that you don't expect. That's what I'm saying. But I think I've attended a few Nyasa Comet parties.
Yeah.
That's DJ Jamba, DJ Uru, DJ Wenders. Shout out to them. They dropped the party, but they hosted a party not too long ago.
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago at a very strange location, Matsock, across the bridge, area 2 there. And
which is crazy. Sorry to just cut you off.
Yeah.
Matsock Theatre is
a beautiful spot.
It's a gem that I feel a lot of people don't know about.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know there's an actual theater, literally.
Yeah, and they do
area too.
And they do lots of almost every weekend. There's
a
play.
production.
Yeah, there's plays. Yeah. But I attended their party, and production values me, I'm big on production. Yeah. Their production values through the roof. They got state-of-the-art lighting, Johnny vibes, there's food, PH and Hazel out there catering and stuff. And, they're not looking for 500 people. It's just 100 people. Come while you're there, you're having
an experience.
Good vibe. I had some Chinese drink or something in the parking lot. And it was whoa, and did a few corporate parties. Went to an EU party not too long ago. That was pretty fire. I did not expect to have a good time in a room full of old white people, but it was
the open bar.
it was the open bar at vibes.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you think there's an opportunity to enhance the party experience in Malawi in general? What
by far,
what are people not doing?
They're not. I don't want to say they're not thinking. They're not thinking enough about the party, right? So, there's a wonderful video on YouTube. It's got 100,000 views on how to throw a party. What's that? But anyway.
Oh my days.
But anyway, I hate to say it, but that's pretty much it. Plan your parties. Don't there's so many club or party organizations out in Europe, out in the States. They do parties frequently. Yeah, come out. They'll organize the type of drinks, the type of people, music. You don't just that's a DJ walk with because it's whatever. Find out what type of vibe you're trying to have. I think if people really plan out the type of parties that they want to have, even the space that they want to have it at. You know, that's very important.
Yeah.
You're gonna throw a party at Matsock in the area too. You know, there's certain people that won't show up.
Yep.
You know, and already you've created a vibe. You throw a party at Epic, you know who's gonna show up. You know, all of these can be great parties, but you just have to make sure not every party's for everybody. You know,
Yeah.
And once you see that and you understand that, you'll be able to create an experience. I think
Nice.
it's not just alcohol and amapiano, guys. You know, sometimes it's tea and jazz. You know, I mean, a mad party. You know, yeah. And this is a random one, but I've attended a couple parties organized by women, and I think women throw the best parties.
Best organizers here.
Facts.
Yo,
Facts. You remember that situation last year where Clems and his queen, so their birthdays are in the same week.
Yeah.
So
Like a
she
week
threw
apart.
a party for him, and he threw a party for her.
Unknowingly, you know, like they did talk about
Yeah.
this, but basically,
Bro,
the party he threw for her was his
it was,
party.
It was
Yeah.
a party.
you know what I mean? But her party was like picnic vibes.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. So like, I get what you mean.
Yeah, I've seen man. I think we attended some thing. I don't even call it a party, but someone calls like, yo, I've got 600K worth of alcohol, and we sat around at the shed, and we just like looked at each other and asked each other, oh, so where the women at, you know? But I've been to things where there's been maybe 150K spent by women, and it's like the snacks. There's champagne, there's like to music, there's a photographer,
Finger food.
there's finger foods, bro. People are dressed up, bro. Like cargo shorts and slides are nice, but women will come dressed up, you know, and that's when I pull out the kimono, you know what I'm saying? Because you gotta.
That's when Mikorami comes out.
You know what I'm saying? But like they think about it. Think about the experience, the photos, the chat.
Yeah.
Like when women attend a party, there's more photos than when guys do. It's not that there's no cameras, there's no iPhones, there's no whatever, but
It's just a lot of fun.
There's a lot of fun. There's a lot of setup, you know.
Yeah.
So that's that.
Fair enough. One other question: the art scene. What do you think is? Because I think about stuff like, if someone came to Malawi and they asked me like, will you take me somewhere and like show me an experience of like the art scene? I don't know. I don't know where I'd take them specifically. I mean, there's a few places that I know, but like, what's the art scene in Malawi right now, and like, what's not happening or what is happening?
Okay, what is happening is that people are jumping in a lot more and stop we over art career, right? Because when I'm not an old artist, you know, I've been in the game since for like 9 years now, you know, but it's very young. I'm a young man, you know, but when I was jumping in, it was taboo. You don't tell people that you're artist, you know, and you really couldn't do much. But now, the number of people that, you know, just last week, my aunt was telling me about how my little cousin says he wants to be an artist, you know, he wants to be like me, right? Because people, not just Zaluso arts, but other entities have made art a thing, you know. In this room we have Lorado, we've got Hasha, we've got Sam, all of us here are creating, like literally, the lights are on right now because of art, you get me? But what's not happening is proper infrastructure, you know. Production value is also lacking quite a bit. I feel like we're skipping a step.
What's the step?
The industrialization type of part of the art, you know. So even things like canvases, you know, we're not preparing canvases at a certain standard. So you find that, okay, in a room of even, like, let's just stick to music because I think that's something that is easier to digest, right? In a room, you've got a Malawian, you've got a South African, you've got an American, and you've got somebody from Sweden, right? Mm-hmm. You can be able to tell what I said. This music's coming from different places. The man's from Sweden's got like, you know, sounds recorded stuff in a sound treated room, whatever. They've mixed it and mastered it, whatever. But like the guy in Malawi has got Fruity Loops. He's whatever. It's good enough for somebody just to hear him, you know, whatever. But it's not there. It's not, you know, it's not crispy. So now I want to sell my single, right? Because of production value alone, leave talent out of it. Because talent talent or creativity, that is subjective.
Yeah.
Right? So when you're talking about art at a professional level, you don't really talk about whatever because people, even the critics, they get it wrong, right? But when you talk about quality is objective. You get me? This song was mixed and mastered on, you know, good equipment, the mic that they use. There's a reason why, you know, 40 moves with a trunk with a specific mic for Drake to use, because that is what would get that crispy whatever, you know. And once people are investing in their art, they're working on the production value. The music videos are great. We're getting music videos like the type that is now Tate dropped that Joseph whatever well done. Like
the video is dope.
Yeah,
you know, all of that. There's people like Esim who are really putting in work. They're not putting out products, but they're putting in work to fine tune their art. Once we get that out the way, I say, whether we're singing in Chicha or whatever, because we dance to all these, you know, Nigerian songs, we don't know what they're saying. We dance to Amapiano, we don't know what they're saying, but we vibe to it because the drums are mixed right, you know. So it's the same thing with, I think, visual arts, whatever. You want to put out the same iPhones that people are using. Kunja. People are making great YouTube videos, TikTok videos are going 1 million, whatever. But you're saying you can use an iPhone 13, somebody with an iPhone 6, because they understand what they're using and understand the process. They're creating better content than you are because they understand that process. Let's get that process down, you know. And I think we can be at a whatever. And even local arts or whatever, because we've got so much culture, you know. A conversation with this man Q a couple months ago was talking about how like there's so many Malawian drums, you know. That's an experience, but now we can't properly record drums, right, to give you that full experience. So even if I record it, be like, yeah, I heard these African drums before, but nah, man, there's 6 different drums. You record those, right, send it to a man in the street and be like, yo, so I'm listening to this African drum is coming from Malawi, you know, like you can sell that experience better because you've captured it better. So that's
see, I told you, wisdom. Like,
that's what it's at.
I would like to talk about the money in the game.
Okay. Yeah.
Are artists actually making money?
Yeah.
From their art? Are they getting what they deserve?
You don't get what you deserve. You get what you negotiate.
Smart answer. Smart answer. But okay. But to be fair, like, what does one have to do to like be certified enough to like for organizations, international organizations, to actually mess with you and like fund your projects, or like to get grants and stuff like that? Because this information is not common knowledge, and there's not really anywhere you can learn it. So you learn through mistakes. I'm sure you
have made tons of mistakes, bro.
But what would you say, what sort of like boxes does one have to check to actually be in a position where
you can make money?
You can get stuff
organization is key. Like, organize yourself, you know. You ask VJI, he told you he's registered, he's got a VAT number, he's got a tax number, he's got all of that, you know. You ask me, you know, register with your local. In fact, when you're applying for whatever, or CISA, whatever, they'll ask you, are you registered with your authorizing board? Are you registered? Whatever. Register everything. Guy, you will have, you know, somebody like Ntanda's got like hella companies. All of those are registered. They pay taxes. They got bank accounts. You know, you'll be surprised the number of artists in Malawi who receive payment via Bamba. You get me, right? But if you want to get funding, you want to get $5,000, right? Organizations, they don't have 5,000. It's small money. You get me? But they'll say, okay, we need a letter from your bank. The bank will be like, we don't know you. So you need to know people in these spaces. Like, avail yourself to certain spaces. Get yourself, you know, somebody who can help you write. I even know a lawyer to get some paperwork done. Register with any board that you can that gives you some sort of leverage, right? So if you show organization, they show good, we can work with an entity, because they have as Zalu saw some, I see a lot of great talent, but I'm not just going to work with everybody, right? Because while they're out there, they work for us, you know, they're representing us. So if they do not represent us well, then we'll put them aside. But if one organization and another organization, even a freelancer, are working together, there's things that, you know, you can hold each other accountable for, you know. That's one. Two is this thing I was talking about, work on your craft, you know. There's certain people that I look at their work and I'm like, the subjective thing, there's the creativity. I don't think there's creative, but they're shooting on, you know, great stuff. They're working, they've invested in their stuff. I've got friends who, they'll have $5,000 to their name, right? But they've got $5,000 worth of gear, because every penny that they're getting is going back into the business. Now, when they do those gigs,
shout out KBG.
You don't have to say it, but anyway, shout out.
I'm just saying, but like,
yeah, like someone like KBG, right? But KBG, right, with frankly speaking, with no experience as a filmmaker, he's getting certain filmmaking gigs, and he's got 3-4 Blackmagic pocket cinema cameras, which are is better than all the stuff that we've got in this room combined. You get me? But with that, organization sees, this is whatever. And I know, like, it takes money to make money. You gotta understand that. Like, don't be shy to spend money. Even your presentation, One of my friends, he was right here. It's like I said, this is like years back. It's like, dude, when you go into a meeting, borrow a car. Little things like that. I'm coming to this show. Dress nice. Be presentable. Be presentable. I'm not saying suit up, but when you walk into a room,
you make the right impression.
Yeah, because all the things that that matter, honestly, around the art is not the art. Because
it does.
I've seen it happen where this you get these words industry plant or whatever, right? Because there's a formula to these things. We can turn you into the biggest pop star. If enough people agree and come together and invest in you, you can make you have a not a number one single, but at least the top 40. You get me?
Yeah.
Top 100.
Those things. But like now, that's because there's backing. But as an individual, you really you need that organization, because there's a lot of talented people. Honestly, man, there's people who are way better than I am, right? But because of presentation, because of organization, and just putting myself out there as a reputable entity, I've got points over certain people, and then your reputation also should precede you. People should be they shouldn't hesitate to call you. I met a man 2 weeks ago who on a public forum has said he's not a fan of me and whatever, but he told me straight up what I said, any opportunity that I have to work with you, I'll work with you, right? But this is a person who doesn't like me, but because what I represent adds value to his life. He's telling me that what I've done to him is more than what he's probably done to me. And in my head, I'm like, I said, Daman, that's a business, But no, like, value, give people value, and they'll happily dump it on you, happily, with the grand game, the secrets. If you want to apply for 50 grand, don't apply for 50 grand. Apply for 5. Tell them that, look, I manage 5. I've got an accountant. These are my books. These are audited. These are whatever. Apply for 10. They cannot give you 50 grand if you've never handled 10. That is facts. Rich people want to give money to other rich people. Yeah. So present yourself as a person that's like, that can handle money, Otherwise, I feel like they're wasting the money, even if you're talented. You get me? Mm-hmm. So that's
wisdom.
Yeah, man.
Wisdom. Yeah, man. I think our time is up.
Yeah.
Sam is like, keep it rolling.
Man,
keep it rolling.
Like, I'm looking at my producer. I'm like, time
He's
is
not-
up,
he's
right?
not- he's not
right?
phased.
He's like, right?
He's
right?
not
I'm
phased
like,
at all.
Yeah, man. Oh, big shout out. Happy birthday to man like Tigrin.
Yeah, man.
Send him some coins.
Send him some coins. He put. I wanna read it out. I'm excited.
Do you think those are his actual numbers?
I mean, I would happily create Airtel money and Pamba numbers on my birthday if I knew people were gonna send me money. I'm just saying.
But is it a new thing to ask for money? Like this is my first birthday where I asked for like money or anything, right? My birthday was like last week, so you can still send me money. Numbers will be below. Or text my assistant for the details. But like, people over the last couple of years, you see that ask for money, my account numbers is, and people like willy-nilly. You guys are posting your account number willy-nilly, bro. That's scary. But people are doing that more. Is it like we're getting less shy about money? Because big man like Tay,
both probably.
Yeah,
Both probably.
but I think it's like anyway, Magami and Jawed, they play in a different league. Like,
you'll be surprised how much money he would actually. Let me read it out for context purposes. Yeah. So it's his birthday today, and he put a photo of him, sitting on a couch wearing his red shorts, and the caption says, "The king was born today." Matthew 2 verse 11. When the three wise men opened their treasures, they presented gifts to the king. Gifts certainly fit for the king. The greatest gifts are not wrapped in paper, but sent through a trans ID. Show the king some love. Tiene ba, mbamba ba, eto money. And yeah.
Guys, this is
That man's in the movie, bro.
He's in a movie.
That's why people don't like Gemini men, bro. Like, bro,
Are you like speaking from like
say,
experience?
bro, like, help me out here. Help me out. Bro.
Help you.
Yeah.
But anyway, big shout out to man like Tay Green.
Yeah.
It's BFB's birthday as well today.
See, so
Shout out.
So many
Great Gemini
birthdays,
man, bro.
Yeah, man.
Shout out.
Griswold's
Gemini
birthday.
as well. Gemini.
Yeah.
Was
Yeah,
born
Gemini was born
2 days ago.
Yesterday.
Was it 2 days ago?
was
No,
2
it's
days
actually it was 2 days ago.
2 days ago.
Yeah.
I think it was 2 days ago.
So yeah. Yeah, I think it was 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Anyway, big shout out to man like Gemini Major. Big shout out to Griswold. Big shout out to who's the other one? BFB. Great producer.
Yeah.
He's actually on MT's album.
Yeah.
Produced the song on MT's album, which I thought was dope.
Again. MT's dropped again.
The one that
That had Guamba. The
This
one. Ah, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, man. Anything else? Oh, Viceroy is dropping an album as well.
Hasn't he dropped already?
No, not
Okay.
yet.
Damn.
Wait. This man is living under like a rock.
No, I thought he had dropped it.
Yeah.
I thought he had dropped it.
Which one is this one?
No, the same one with the animation
Yeah,
artwork.
it's called Is
I
This
thought he
Okay?
had dropped it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hash said actually something just before we start recording. He said, Zuma Vela, my exclusive is it? Will put us in my voodoo. Because I think that's the situation where like you hear some stuff unofficially and you're like, it's dropped, it's out. You bump into some whatever, even some songs you listen for 2 years and it's like, but this song is out. Like, no, it's not. It's dropped last week. And you're like,
You're like, what?
Yeah.
No, not that I've heard Viceroy's album though, but yeah.
Sure.
But also, if you have heard it, let us know how it sounds.
yeah.
Don't be humble.
No, I can't wait.
It's
Yeah.
nice. Yeah.
Yeah, Mandem told me he had it, but I was like, nah, wait.
Yeah, but don't be shy to send exclusives our way. We'd love to hear some exclusives.
But you can't say that out loud like that.
Oh,
As in, people shouldn't be shy to send us exclusive.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you were telling Sam that you shouldn't be shy to send you exclusive.
no.
Exclusive what? Wow.
Exclusive motion
Content, sir. Content.
Yeah, but-
could be anything.
Wow.
Yeah.
Could be anything.
Oh, wow, man.
But
Anything else happening in the country?
Any events coming up this weekend? Kuche Kuche is launching this coming weekend at Lilonga Golf Club.
New bottle,
The new bottle.
same great taste.
Is it? Have you tried it?
It's the same one. It's just
No,
different
people are
brand.
saying it's
Niggas always
the
have
same,
things to
but
say.
yeah.
But I heard Chax, my friend Chax was telling me about how. This is my friend Chax was telling me, guys. When you flip the bottle, like a bottle of like Malawi gin or brandy, there's like a number below it. There's always a different number. 2, sometimes it's 3, sometimes it's 8. But apparently those are different like grades or like different ways they distilled it. It's just like a social experiment for them to know. Now that's the thing. Now that's the conversation that was being had there.
Yeah.
It was like certain numbers mean certain things. So certain bottles could actually be different from certain bottles. So
Yeah, but it's probably the elements,
yeah, but enough about that.
we don't drink
No.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Hey,
coffee.
What did you say? You don't know what we're talking about?
Yeah, I'm like,
Don't
What's
don't
that?
scare off the sponsors, nigga. Don't scare off the sponsors. They do. Don't bring it and we'll place it there.
yeah, man, definitely, man.
But yeah, thank you very much for being with us today.
I appreciate it. I'll be with you guys next time. I'll be over there.
On the other side, just
but
hollering and stuff.
But yeah, I had a fruitful conversation.
Yeah.
If you'd like some more wisdom, you can follow me at Miko World.
Yeah.
Everywhere. On my own planet.
I was about to ask you one last question, but
Yeah.
my producer is shaking his head. No, I'm joking. My producer is like, yeah, keep going.
Yeah. What's?
Do you wanna tell the people a little bit about the Zalero project?
Oh, right. Yeah, that.
Yeah, and how you also got in trouble, almost got in trouble, or how political party used you for propaganda.
Yeah, I got in trouble with my dad. But, yeah, so doing this thing, usually the banner is behind me, so I look behind. But it's called Zalari News. It's a spin-off show. It's like SNL, Daily Show, whatever. But the big word is it's democratization of information.
Okay.
You know, so it's pretty much just making everyday stories. You know, like the Chinese racism thing or satire, whatever, and taking that information and making it digestible for the people. Right, because a lot of that happens and it flies over people's heads. Like when we first dropped, it was around the time when the whole cabinet reshuffle thing was happening, and people were like, so what do ministers do? You know, so you know, you go out and you're asking people and they really don't know what's happening or what that means and how that affects them. So our show pretty much takes that information, and then we've got a great writing team. They write that into like funny skits, and then we do like a satirical news segment.
Nice.
So we've dropped episode 9 dropped on Monday the whatever the date Monday was, and so far we've done about 100,000 views.
Nice.
Yeah, we just got onto community radio in Tutama radio station,
Kasungu.
So if you're in Kasungu, Nchisi, Lilongwe, and some other areas, you can listen, and that's actually been popping. I think more than because I mean the 100,000 is just us being humble, you know.
Yeah.
But like people so we're doing a Monday show and a Friday show. Monday was a repeat of the Friday show, but people called in like, yo, Friday should be a different show. We want to call in and give our thoughts because the Malawians really have a lot to say. Yeah. So when we got in trouble, we dropped an episode about the fertilizer thing. You know, it was themed around our bouncer vice president when he went out and promised that fertilizer would be 4,450 kwacha. Precisely, right? As in prices, when you know the prices, this year was what, 33,000 for a bag, right? And this guy carried this bag and put it on his shoulder, you know. So we're like, yo,
promises.
We're gonna do the same thing. So we actually went out. We went in a district or somewhere in Malawi, and we shot this. And while we're shooting, people actually came. They thought we were actually selling fertilizer. So like, fertilizer, 450, and they picked up. And this woman was mad because these people were expecting that fertilizer for real.
Crazy.
But in real life, it's higher. So a certain political party saw that as an opportunity. So they took that and they threw it on their Facebook page, and they did like 5,000 views, you know, and they were like, "Yo, these people, you know," and they actually started taking claim and responsibility for it, like they put us to it, and we're like, "Yo, we're not politically affiliated. We're not anti-government, you know. We'll say it as it is, you know. We're looking at both sides of the story, you know? We've covered some wins like the airtime, the data thing falling. This recent episode was about
bread. Is this the bread one?
No, not the bread one. The bread one is the other episode. This recent episode was about the 6-lane road that's coming through, right? So the, you know, plus sides and the negative sides about it. Yeah, but, you know, people, I got a call from my dad when I was out shooting at like, he actually sent me a text at like 11:30 p.m. So this nigga's probably up thinking about me. But he's like, yo, this is dangerous, you know? You sure you want to, like, be talking about this? And, you know, people ask me, like, are you scared? You know, you're talking about government, you're talking about policies, you're talking about whatever. But, dude, like, I'm Malawian.
Somebody's got to do it.
Somebody's got to do it, you know?
Somebody's got to say it.
And best believe, if, you know, I die a hero, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, wow.
But
I thought you were dying for Jesus.
Hey, dog, Jesus is my hero still, so be like, be like Jesus. You know what I mean? But, you know, we're Malawians. Let's talk about the things that affect us.
Yeah.
You know? People being racist, people stealing from us. Let's be mad, bro. 100 million just went missing, 100 million, 100 billion or something. Like, dude, there's another country just announced last week that they built a tunnel, like longest tunnel in Africa. It was the same amount of money. And it's like, yo, dude, our roads are trash, bro. I have to drop this nigga every day and his road is trash. Imagine if that money was used to fix this nigga's road, bro. You get me? But like,
well, damn,
bro.
Yeah, like this.
I didn't know it affected you that much.
No, it's not like that. But it's like these are like everyday issues that are like affecting us, you know?
Yeah.
Imagine the amount of, I'm going to use the car thing, right? Imagine the amount of money that Malawians spend on fixing their cars because the roads are trash. Already we make peanuts, right? When you look at on the global scale, you know, people talking about, you know, like when you're trying to buy stuff, it's just $300, just $500, because for them that's how much they're making in 2 days, 3 days, right? When that's somebody who's working a nice positions, middle management, you get me? And then now it's gotta take, I've spent, $400K on my car this year alone, bro.
The man you're looking for.
Yeah. Now imagine if the roads are alright, you know, I'm not spending too much.
Yeah.
You can spend our money on other things. We can really, if we can raise the bare minimum of the things in our country, that's all I want. Let's just raise the bare minimum, and then from there we'll see where
we can go from there.
Let's get, you know, better infrastructure. You go to other countries. I was in Ghana not too long ago, and you see certain things that are like, yo, dude, I said these are small things, but like for them it's like it's normal. You get me?
Yeah.
And we can't be falling behind, especially now, because now we'll be in the situation where everybody's on, you know, the third level.
Everyone is in Form 5 enjoying stuff for like 10 years.
Come school number the most.
Hectic.
You know?
Hectic.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway, man, shout out for making the time and dropping all the gems that you have.
man.
And shout out for you for braving and like going out and, you know, using the voice that you have and the talent that you have to actually speak on something that's bigger than yourself. And it's just motivating, and man, you're an inspiration to me.
Appreciate
to
it.
both of us, and like,
Shout
you
out,
know,
cuz.
appreciate your friendship. And you know, yeah, man, so it's a good time.
Always a good
especially
time.
when Mikorami shows up.
Yeah. Oh, that's a
Mikorami is
different
the
man.
shit, man.
throw
That
a
man
party.
is wild.
It's a different man.
I remember an event where he wore a kimono, right? So Mikorami Yakushima only comes out when this man wears a kimono. So beware if you see him wearing a kimono.
So
I saw him.
I actually picked one up this morning. I was like, yo, damn, the sun better come out, man.
I saw this man holding one drink. I was like, that is your last drink, my friend. Like, we're producing an event here, and you're not gonna be out here acting a fool, okay?
this is after seeing him in a kimono. You're
Hey, you're like,
I know,
nah,
I know
man.
the devil's about to come out.
Not the pink one. No. With the flowers in that.
Yeah.
Nah, man.
But
nah,
anyway,
man.
yeah. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe. Follow us on all social media platforms at Something Radio on IG, Twitter, Facebook.
Man, before you go,
Yeah.
one crazy thing that's happened is also Live put out.
Oh, yes,
brand
the
our
website, man. Come
Just
on.
make sure that
Big
you
shout
check it
out.
out.
Big shout out.
Playlist on there, like the
Yeah.
hardest tunes. You
Yeah.
don't want to miss it.
Actually, they've made it
Don't
very,
miss it.
very easy for an artist to actually like
Upload
upload
their
their
music
music
and
man.
stuff.
For
Yeah.
free.
For free,
Yeah.
dog. For free, dog. So make sure you utilize that.
There's the podcast, there's the music, everything you need to know.
Yeah, man, videos.
Shout out to Feminist in One Malawian as well.
Oh yeah,
The podcast
true,
doing big things.
True.
Yeah, man.
They had a live
Season finale
a live
recording.
season finale
Yeah.
last week.
man.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah, and they were
Shout
featured
out.
in The Guardian as well.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Big shout out
Right,
to them.
Lord?
Yeah, they're like one of the hottest podcasts in the Africa. Or some list. What was it?
Yeah.
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 Nice.
Yeah,
It's
shout
very, very nice to
shout out.
nice to see.
I'd like to see more, you know, live recordings. You know, we've had quite a bit of those. I'd like to see more of that. Let's get people in there. You know.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Alright.
All right, man. Until next time, whenever that will be.
No, don't say that. Don't
Peace.
say that. We're back.
Can't you be under a rock if
We're back. We're back.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Good night.
Good night.
Or morning.
All morning.
Sometimes, you know.
Bali ndio namba so utala.